Welcome to Blade HQ, everybody. Today is September 4th, 2023, and I've got some new knives I want to talk about. Let's do this thing. First knife on the table, going for $395, is the Guardian Tactical Scout. And this one is an OTF, like Guardian Tacticals all are, and it has that superior ceramic ball action, so it's one of the smoothest operating OTFs you'll ever find. In fact, I'd venture to say it is the smoothest operating OTF out there. This one's got the carbon fiber inlay and the aluminum frame and an LMAX blade in classical Guardian Tactical fashion. 3.5 inches on the blade, 8 inches overall, an absolutely stupendous, superb S-tier automatic. And it's so fidgety. The thing with Guardian Tactical that I really appreciate, we recently had a video with a guy named Patrick Odell who taught us about some tactical knives. And he was saying that in a tactical knife, you want something that is not afraid to chew up your thumb a little bit. And this one doesn't chew up your thumb though. So a lot of people carry an OTF for the tactical aspects of it. But this one, I'd carry this for the everyday carry aspects because I can sit at my desk and fidget with this all day long and it's not gonna chew up my thumb. But in an emergency, it has a really sharp ridge right here and I can just launch that thing open without any sweat, or I guess even if I do have a sweaty hand, which I kind of do now, still just consistent launching open. Excellent, excellent work, Guardian Tactical. Also a nice milled pocket clip and a glass breaker on the back. A great OTF, one of the best that you can get. Next up, from Victorinox, we have the Venture. And this is sort of their bushcrafter fixed blade, and I would say this is the Victorinox alternative to a Mora. And I'm all about that because, I mean, I got some Swiss heritage, but if you're a fan of the Swedish stuff, this does have 14C28N made by Sandvik in Sweden. So, it's a mashup of bushcraft excellence between Victorinox and the Swedish tradition. It's got a nice snap fit sheath, if I can put the knife in it, there it is. And the sheath comes with a little belt loop. I didn't put it here for ease of showing off the knife, but you can get a belt loop there. And it's just a great knife. Got a nice sharp spine, got some jimping way up here if you want to control that tip a little bit. It's a 4.25 inch blade, 9 inches overall, with a nice exposed tang out here if you want to crack some nuts or something. An excellent bushcraft knife all around, especially for $75. Nothing to sneeze at there. Next up, we have the Boker Atlas, which is a little slip joint that we first saw at Blade Show. And look how slim this thing is. One of the slimmest of the knives I've ever seen, and it still comes with a pocket clip. So I think that this is a great knife for somebody who wants the ability to cut stuff, but doesn't necessarily want to carry a knife. Because like this here is a great folder, we'll talk about it in a minute. Look how much thinner this Boker is compared to this giant mouse. So that's gonna give it very easy pocket carry. And then it has a little spring here, so it's a slip joint. It's not gonna lock on you, so this thing's gonna be legal all over the world. Please talk to a lawyer about what's legal in your area. But non-locking, two-hand opening, very easy to carry, very easy to use, super lightweight, super slim. And what I really like is this sort of fold-over design. It reminds me of the Nagao Higo Nakami's, the friction folders, but this one's a true slip joint. Very nice, a 12C27 blade, 2.9 inches, 6.6 inches overall. So a compact knife, very slim, very light, very lovely to carry on everyday basis. You're not even gonna notice it in your pocket. Next up, like we saw just a second ago, we have the Giant Mouse Tribeca. And this is the new one. So you got the full titanium handle scales and the Magnacut blade. And then look at this, just built to the nines. And I really appreciate that they didn't mill out the titanium here. Sometimes I appreciate some milled out titanium on the inside, but this time it just makes it so even if you're holding it way back here to get the leverage of that and get some harder cutting done, it's still just gonna fall right into your hand. So it's a great everyday carry knife because you can be cutting and then you need to pick something up. I can grab my papers here and then I can just hold it out. And look, my knife does not fall out, even if I'm way back here. So I appreciate the heft in the back of the handle for that. It's got a reversible wire pocket clip. The blade sits at 2.9 inches. The overall length is 7.375. So it's a fairly convenient everyday carry size. And I just really do appreciate this. And look at how slicey this belly is. Like you can cut against a table with it. You can get to the tip. You can do some like food or paper cuts, whatever. Excellent, excellent work, Giant Mouse. These are going for $285 right now. Then last, we have the new exclusive tour knives, Jank Shank. And this one has a D2 blade and an Ultima handle. And the thing I've noticed about the Jank Shank, aside from its incredibly fun to say name, is this one's a bit thinner than the other Jank Shanks. The other ones are almost a 1/4 inch thick. This one's a bit slicier, and I think it makes it a lot lighter, and it makes it a lot, I would say, more usable for other stuff. Because tour knives are made in America by veterans of the United States military. This is a self-defense tactical knife. However, I think the thinner blade affords it a lot of utility as well. So if you want to open a box or slice an apple or whatever, it's gonna be great for that. And then it's a good looking knife. I think the ring placed forward makes it really comfortable in the hand. And this sheath, I talked about this a little bit last week with the Viper. The tour knife sheaths are very good at using the least amount of material it takes to secure the knife. So that means it's gonna be even easier to conceal than a lot of other knives in its size and weight class. Very nicely done tour knives. Well, that's a lot of knives. Hope you've enjoyed. Let us know what you think. Subscribe to see more knife content, and we'll see you next time.